we doing? Everybody ready for this eclipse? Welcome in, my loves. How we doing? Hello, hello. Oh, that's weird. They're filtered. That's odd. Don't know why that's happening. Oh, Jesus is with me. Yahweh is my love, honey. He's here with me. Would you like to speak with him? I invite you to maybe speak with him a little. He hangs with me. So does Mother Mary. And Mary Magdalene, especially Mary Magdalene. Those my homies. They be chilling. We be chilling. Definitely. I invite you to say hello to them. Do you not think that you have the power in you? What do you think Yahweh said to you when he was saying to you, hey, the way is through me? Doesn't mean that you go into him. Doesn't mean anything other than through him. He is the way, guiding you, showing you, teaching you. And I suppose you don't believe in Mary Magdalene, do you? Who was the gospel of all gospels for Jesus. She was literally of all days. I love that you bring that up, honestly. That's a beautiful day of all days, this karmic date. They were the epitome of the twin flame journey. You know, that they are the ideal that you get to. They literally were the first. It was through her that he was able to do the things he was able to do. Hi, my Hannah. How you doing, my love? Every day, Jesus would heal on those. Oh, let it go, my love. Good. Safe place, honey. I do know Jesus. He always with me on a daily basis, love. I don't feel that you know Jesus. I feel that you know some sort of version that you believe is him. When you speak to actual Yahweh, when you speak to him, when you feel his I am presence like in you, oh, the glory. Oh, the glory. It is something that you do not, wow, and Source is lighting me up as I say it. Just wow. Mary Magdalene the church hid it. Like, they had children and stuff. Like, it's been hidden in so many different aspects. Like, and all of her gospel, none of that's been come out, you know? Oh, do you think I need to go through you, my love? I'm sorry, I go through Source, the Creator, above, and he guides me. And I do say he, as in it is through, because only together in union it can happen. It's not only through one. It's through it all. It's through union. You have to be in sync with yourself and those around you. Definitely. Jesus is not the creator. God would be the creator. Wait, you're not even making any sense, my love. I'm sorry. Just stopping in. Goodbye. There we go. You're gonna kill my vibe. Not tonight. There we go. Ah. Good. Share out the live. Anybody you feel might need this. I'm just gonna stay on for a little bit. I'm actually going to do a bunch of really witchy stuff tonight. Like I have plans to, but I'm literally vacuuming the house and I didn't have anything prepared. You can tap in if you want me to do a personalized reading if you'd like, Amber. I don't. I gotta know. I mean, my first thing I heard was no. So, and that question is something that honestly, you gotta ask him, baby. Like it has nothing to do with what I say because it emotionally, mentally, physically, there's so many different aspects of that. Personal read. You want me to do it with the tarot? Well, actually, the deck I want to use is Clarified Life Situations. I got this new deck. I love it so much. It's beautiful. 2222. If you want it with an energy healing, that would be 4444. My link tree's in the bio. Just let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna keep doing some energy healing. Get back in my groove here a little bit. Clear out the space. Please double tap the screen, share out the live. Anybody you feel might need it. I'm just coming on for a bit to. Jenny, I'm sorry. What was it? We've been stuck in a void and need assistance realigning. I mean, I would suggest stay here. I'm gonna go through. So you can stay here if you want because I invite you to go within. What I'm gonna do is some, free healing for the collective. Like that's mainly why I came on, is to do. I'm feeling so much heart stuff. I have felt it so much today. I cannot tell you how much I ugly cried today, like in the most beautiful way. So I'm here to do healing on those that need it, and anybody that wants something personalized, yeah, I'll offer it. If it steps in, like I was called in by Source, he's like, you gotta go live. I'm like, okay. So I'm live, but I'm only gonna stay on till I go at like 10 o'clock tonight is like when the eclipse is peaking, and I'm going down to the beach, and I've got some rituals with my girlfriend. I'm gonna do some real witchy stuff tonight. Oof, some divine feminine energy. Hello, Miss Sabrina. Please share out the live, my loves. Double tap the screen. Anybody you feel like needs come in. I'm just saying it. It pops up telling me to say this. I am just trying to assist. 2222 if you want just tarot. If you want it with energy healing, that's 4444. Hello, Luke. They call him Luke. You're cracking me up with that video, that last video you put out. Like, I love it. Ooh. Ooh, you got some energy on you. Ooh, babe. Wow, what the heck was that? I am your father. Oh, Hannah, my love. Oh, you want me to do heal? Okay, I'm sorry. I was getting rid of other ones. Okay, babe, I'll tap in right away. Okay, so I can't wait to use these cards. I'm so freaking excited. All right, so these cards are called Clarifying Life Situations, and they're literally for career and love reading. Yeah, you shifted a little, huh? Yeah, you got a lot of stuff going on in your crown. You came up, huh? Up here. Wait, what is that? I don't know what that's saying. Oops. I don't know what I touched. Sorry, guys. Okay, Hannah, which one do you want to do? What kind of spread do you want? Oh, you know what? I'm already telling you which one I'm going to do. I'm going to do your spirit guide spread, because that is the spread, the only spread I have been doing. Hello, Brandy. Welcome in. It is a spirit guide spread, and this is like literally the most beautiful thing, because it's like whatever your guides need to say to you. And I really love it. I really love this deck. It's really beautiful. All right, let me get my stuff out of the way, and I'm gonna cleanse it. just cleansing the space, baby. How's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? Talk to me. You'd like love to. Everything's done with love, honey. Oh yeah, I'll send you love. Everybody send Hannah some hearts. Oof. You need some love, my love. This is definitely a healing space. Everybody send my little Hannah some love. She is literally more in tune than she realizes, and she's on her spiritual journey. There's a bunch of divine feminines in here. And she's just coming up and coming into it, and it's pretty beautiful actually, because the last time, I want to tell you guys a little story about Hannah. So I'm about to go on a date with this guy, right? And this was very, it was meant to happen, the whole thing, but the way it was orchestrated. But Hannah, literally, I'm like sitting there waiting to go on a date, and out of nowhere, she texts me some stuff like that wasn't meant to come to me, but I'm like, it was meant to come to me. It literally was the epitome of what the date was going to be. It's not like she called it or it was like she prophesized it. It was literally just a reminder telling me, don't forget. And I'm like, oh man, wow, that's beautiful. And then it like kind of played out, and I'm like, don't forget. And I'm like, oh man, wow, that's beautiful. And then it like kind of played out, and I'm like, how? I'm like, you don't even know, like, you don't even realize this stuff happened. Like, that was wild stuff. I need love. I got a lot going on. Well, stay in, Belle. I'm not gonna stop. Hannah's paid for a personalized and some energy healing. We're gonna pull some cards for her if this resonates with you. You know, definitely. I'm so excited about these cards though. Actually, like, they're so incredibly beautiful. I can't wait to show you too. All right. All right, Hannah. Can I enter your energy, babe? Got a lot going on in your lower chakras. Oh, your triangle's off. Like there's a block. It's like there's a lot down here that's trying to come up. I feel like you got a Kundalini rising happening. And it's like it's trying to bubble up and it's stuck at the heart. Feeling around a little bit here, and I am going to pull the cards and then heal on that. I'm just trying to get a little bit of something. Oh yeah, baby, everybody is. I'm glad to hear it though. I'm glad you're embracing it and going into it instead of cowering back, because sometimes we go back into the cycle and we go away from it, and it's I mean, that's part of the step back is part of it too though. You got to remember, like, when you go backwards, it's part of it. It's all part of it. It's like, that's when you realign. That's when you step back, when you have that setback, it's part of it, like where you get to recognize, realign, and recalibrate whatever you're doing in your step forward. So it's the moment that you decide another dimension, that you go on a different path. Shut the front door. You want to go into that? Okay, I don't know why. That's weird that, okay, you say that. Okay. Are you sure he's your twin flame? Why do you think he's your twin flame? And I'm not telling you he's not. Okay, first card. First card is stop and reflect. So stop and reflect. Pause on your journey to appreciate how far you have come and where you are headed. Hi, my love. Oof. What we got next? All right, let me pull the next ones. Ooh, I like that one. Ooh, that one's pretty. Oh, okay. Ooh, I love this deck. I don't know how to tell you how much I love this deck. It's so pretty. Woo! Here we go. All right. Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Hi, Heart Connection. How you doing, love? Ooh, yeah, well, yeah, you got a lot going on in the heart. Oh yeah, you got a lot going on in the masculine side. Wow. All right. All right, we're gonna keep pulling cards here. All right. Okay. 8. Oh, okay, that one. All right. Okay, so the spirit guide spread is it's similar to the success spread, and that is used to face when you're faced with obstacles, when you got things going on. Okay, so this is a direct message from your spirit guides. And so I'm gonna explain it to you. I'm gonna go over each one of the cards, what it is. The spread is designed to give you a broader perspective and include information to help you on your spiritual journey, which I feel is exactly what most people need. Hi, Kel. Welcome in, love. This first card is your current situation. Okay, the question, the issue, or the problem. And this was while you were talking. This is the first card that came out, and I feel that was spot on, Hannah. Stop and reflect. Pause in your journey to appreciate how far you have come and where you are headed. Now, the pause is really important, okay? Like, I'm in a moment of pause right now. Like, I can't even believe I came live, like, personalized, like, headed. Now, the pause is really important, okay? Like, I'm in a moment of pause right now. Like, I can't even believe I came live, like, personalized. Like, I was like, what? I'm live? Huh? Okay, I'm coming live. You got it. And I'm like, okay. So I just came out. Like, I was literally vacuuming the house. I'm not joking. Like I was saying, like, I've got plans tonight. Like, I was going to go do, like, a whole witchy ritual tonight. I still am, mind you. And I might come back on because, but like, Spirit was like, no, you gotta come on. Like, not even just Spirit, Source was like, you need to go on. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, okay. So, the pause is important, you know, like, it's the moment where you really listen. So, when you pray, right, when you're praying to Source, the Creator, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, whatever label you want to put on it in any aspect, that is when you're speaking to the Creator, right? But when you are in meditation, which we've talked about, Hannah, meditating more, and meditation is when the Creator answers you, okay? That's when you get your answered questions. Like, journaling in the morning is like writing anything down that's going on in your head, you know, like anything that's happening within your life that you're like questioning, that you have questions. Like, if you don't feel comfortable praying, journaling is doing the same thing. It's pretty much just getting it out so you have these questions answered. And then if you know, just like literally free write anything that comes to your head, like whatever comes out. Sometimes that stuff's channeled. Like I was talking about, like, immediately. Like, I don't believe in coincidences. Like, it was a synchronicity that, like, you, Hannah, text me that moment when I'm going on this date with this guy. Do you know what I'm saying? And it was like, it was exactly what I needed to hear. And it was wild. And it literally set me on the course that I needed for that night. Like, I really loved it. It was pretty beautiful. Like, I was a Buddha and a badass that night. Like, I literally rewrote my own destiny and I rewrote my path. And it's like, I went back in time. It was like I was time traveling. I don't know how to elaborate on more. And, you know, I'm in your energy right now, but like, that moment was meant to happen. So there's more coming out of you. Like, me expressing it is like, there's more coming out of you that needs to come out, is what I'm saying. So it's like, your gift is a gift. It literally is a gift. And like, we want to hear it. We need you, baby girl. Like, we need you. Like, literally, we need you. Okay? Like, we all need you. Everybody in this awakening. Like, it's not for the faint of heart, okay? I'm not gonna say it is, and I'm not gonna say it's easy, and it feels like dying. And today is like why. I feel like I know that was why I came on, is because a lot of people can feel like they're dying, and it's like, you are. There's a part of you that is dying. Let it die. Like, let that part die. You feel the feelings, you feel them, you embrace them, you love them, you hug them, and you embrace them, and you say thank you. I appreciate you for telling me what I needed to hear in this moment right now. And I honor you and thank you. Oh, hi, Gunslinger. I'm in the middle of a personal reading, love. I'm not ignoring you. Feel free. I'm going to do some energy healing when I'm done, but I'm in the middle of a personal reading. So I'm not ignoring you. Just know that. I lost my train of thought. It's okay. I was channeling. I'm sorry. Oof. God, I'm in the zone tonight. Like, I'm really in the zone tonight. Okay, Hannah. Like, your brain's really clear. Like, kind of loving it, actually. Like, it's so clear. Like, this is ready to come through. Like, we're just gonna open up. Like, it's a lot of it is like green. Like, there's not even. I choose this stuff. Like, it's intuitive. Like, what the day is gonna be, and it's not even anything that I know. That it's my intuition telling me what this day is gonna be like. And like, there was a lot of emotions today. Everywhere I went, like everywhere, there were so many emotions that were just. People feel like they're dying and they're stepping into a new chapter. It's part of it. Like, you are dying right now. Let it die. It's okay. Like, literally before I came on, I posted a video about in this song, because like songs, they hit me deep. You know, they make me cry. Like they don't make me. They hit a core in me that just like allows everything to flow. Like, music speaks to me in a way that's I don't have any other words for. You know, so. I posted a song, and it's talking about like how, that's exactly what I posted. Look at you, little girl. It's about death and rebirth, and it's a song explaining that this is how death and rebirth feels. It feels like you're dying, like you want to die that moment. Like, we've all had that moment, okay, where we're like, I can't get through this. I can't. Like, there's not another way. Like, I don't know what to do. And what that moment is, okay, like, I want to speak about this. It's like that moment is literally the moment part of you is dying. Like, let it die. It's okay. Let it die. Like, and I'm speaking from somebody that, like, you know, that tried to unalive herself. I've tried to unalive myself before, and you know, I've had many spiritual awakenings, and I know that I'm meant to be here, and it's not because I didn't go to the other side, but every single time it didn't get to that point. But it was like, I tried when I was younger, and I didn't understand, and I was in a very very abusive family that was like, I mean, I'm not making any excuses for any of it, but I didn't understand this stuff now. And so it's like, I like to openly talk about it, because if people understood that in that moment, some part of you is dying. It's part that needs to go. Like, I'm getting choked up, like, even thinking about it, because it's like, it's such a beautiful process in us that like just needs to die. Like, let it die. But see, the thing is that we think it's like gone, but that's not what it is. It's fertilizer. Like, everything needs to happen in the dark. Like, raw creation happens in the dark. Like, you know, the sperm and the egg that's in the dark, and then like the dark destroys all of that, you know, as in like the yin and the yang symbol. The woman is the feminine, she is the dark. She destroys it. She literally tears apart the sperm and creates something new out of it, and creates life. That's raw creation is happening in that moment. So it's your darkest moments are literally just before you poke through. And you know, like in the aspect of you're a plant underground, you've been grounded, you know, like you've had dirt over you and you just feel like it's pitch dark. Well, like, you're about to poke through. Like, that's the moment. Like, when you're feeling it, it's because you're meant to feel it to poke through to the next side. So, okay, let's go to the next card. We got the second card. This card is the overall motivation or quest for guidance. Going forward. Don't dwell on the past, but focus on creating a brighter future. Are you kidding me? I can't make this up. Oh, I love it. Oh, it's like so spot on. Like, oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, so card 3 is this outlines the areas of your life where you must be feeling uneasy or perhaps delusioned. And this is Crystal of Clarity. Illuminate your path with openness and insight. So we're gonna do some open on your heart. You know, like I'm gonna pop open your heart. We're gonna take away some of that armor, babe. So illuminate your path with openness and insight, readying yourself for a newfound understanding of content. These are really beautiful cards. Like, I really love these cards. They give such meaning. They're so spot on. Every single card that I've pulled for somebody in this deck has been so spot on to like exactly what we're talking about. I know, and they are so incredibly pretty. You know, okay, so this third card, this outlines the areas of your life where you may be feeling uneasy or perhaps delusioned. And I love, oh, my baby. Happiness is simple. Finding joy in life's small wonders, for they hold the key to a fulfilling and contented heart. You find your happiness in you. It's an inside job. It's not outside of you. It's only inside of you. It's not on the outside of you. Like anybody that is on the outside of you, they're supposed to make you happier. They're not supposed to make you happy. They're just supposed to amplify or make your life better. Not in any sort of way be your happiness, right? And that's where that context of the twin flame stuff comes in. Like twin flame, the name twin flame alone, okay? So like a flame, it's a flame. It's a fucking flame. It's meant to tear you the fuck down. Like a twin flame is meant to trigger the fuck out of you, like in all aspects. Like when you come in contact, you're meant to literally like trigger each other. The name is flame because it's like it literally burns you down to the core, shows you where your foundation is shaky, and like so you can build a stronger foundation. And good Lord, the only person that can trigger me like at all anymore is my twin flame. Like it's the way that man can trigger me is insane. Like it's just I don't even understand it sometimes. Like I'm like, how do you do this to me? Like it just comes up so deep. It's like it's a mirror. They're a mirror. They're a perfect reflection to you of whatever's inside of you. And that's why the twin comes in, because it's a perfect reflection for you of all the things inside of you. And that's why a lot of us can't be right there, because it's such a fucking, I'm like, okay, so like me personally with my twin flame, like every time we get around each other, it's like it's so burning hot that we end up fighting and like pushing away. And it's like, if you don't utilize that, you know, and embrace it, and like, it's okay to step away, you know, like that's not a problem. But like, if you can't step away and like process and come back, then you're meant to learn something new. And it's like, so when that person triggers you, like that's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to trigger you so you evolve to another level. Like I don't necessarily believe that a twin flame is you're supposed to be with them. Like it is something that you can do. I mean, and some people have got to that. Like in the beginning of this live, I was talking about like Mary Magdalene and Jesus were the original twin flames. Like they had the union that like all of us, happy full moon, Sotella. Yeah, like they were like the epitome of it. You know what I'm saying? And that's, you know, like I do energy healing, but I'm not Jesus. Like I am not in any sort of way like delusioned where I think I'm Jesus, but I know that is the way. I mean, you know, it's a handbook, it's a guidebook, it's a way to show you the way. So the lessons are valid. The lessons are very valid. Like everything in the Bible is very valid. It's the handbook. It's just who wrote it. It's just the perspective of who's writing it and saying it. Like you have to put your own perspective on it and ask the creator and your guides and everybody that comes in. Your Palladian's freaking right here. I don't know what's going on there. Why is she trying to protect you? Oh, fuck, it's hurting. She's like hurting my ear. She does this weird thing with your ear. Like it hurts in the back of my ear. I didn't have pain all day. Like this is so odd. Okay. What is she? Wow. Okay. You're pushed up completely, and now I'm in a stage where I'm genuinely good. Yeah. That's what you're supposed to do. Every time every single time you get triggered, it's meant. That's what the whole purpose of the journey is, and it's like to come. Like you can't come into union unless you're both doing the work. You know, like there's no union if you're not doing the work. You guys have to do the work. And sometimes it gets really hard. You know, it gets really freaking hard. Like I get it. But it's like, you don't do the healing until you get sick of your own shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you get to a point where you're just like, I just had enough of this. Like, I don't want to live this anymore. You know, like this isn't the life I want to live. You know, exactly. Like I choose peace. Peace doesn't mean ignoring your triggers. That could be. I'm not saying that you're saying this, but I'm saying like I choose peace, and I do believe that, right? I do believe that, and I'm speaking from my own experience, right? Like I chose peace, okay? Like I choose peace, but that's also can be used as spiritual bypassing, and that's ignoring it and being like, oh, I'm choosing peace. That's ignoring what's coming to you. Like that trigger is supposed to be there. Like. This is where discernment comes in, right? It means that you are not literally, like you get comfortable being uncomfortable, but it doesn't mean that you need to stay in an uncomfortable situation or a toxic situation. Like that's okay to go. But like when you get triggered, to be okay with it in yourself, with yourself, and understand yourself, like that's the whole purpose of the trigger. The trigger is a gift. It's literally a gift. Every single time you get triggered, it's a gift. It's the biggest gift. Like, I mean, showing you where like you're still not evolving or growing. Oh yeah, wow. Fuck, your heart just be God. Okay. Oof. 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 Oh, this is a big one. Holy cow, wow. Oof. Oh my gosh. Oof. Wow, this is actually giving me a little bit of heartburn. Holy cow. Oh, jeez, oh, pizza. I had the weirdest gift. It's so incredibly weird to do that. You know how weird it is to do that for people? Like, to feel their energy so deep and, like, it all just, like, comes out of me that way. Like, I know some people, but I'm also I know that it's meant to break the stigma. Like, that specific gift alone, to be able to do that, is, like, a stigma that, like, I literally grew up with. Like, burping wasn't okay. Like, you know, and I even married into a family that was, like, you don't burp. Like, my mother-in-law, I'm not exaggerating, and this could be like gross to some of you guys, but like, she literally would tell me I don't fart. Like, literally, woman, you don't fart. Like, you don't fart. Like, okay, we literally, by science, okay, this is science-based, we all fart like 1.8 liters a day, not even knowing it. Like, our body is just naturally pushing out that gas. So it's like, it's something that's happening on a natural basis. So, like, to say that and like try and push that into people's brain, you know what I'm saying, is like, that is not a standard. Like, she was, you know, that's my ex-mother-in-law. That was like the standard, the matriarch of the family. You know, like, that's the standard of how life is supposed to be. You know, and it's like, it's not, well, that has to do with your gut, love. And that would be, you know, like, I would suggest, like, I have some really good, like, probiotics that I take that literally, like, help my gut, like, so incredibly much. Like, it's a quad biotic that I love, but, okay, let's go to your fourth card, Hannah. This card showcases the events that are having a direct impact on your current situation. Roots of success. Secure your foundation. fostering growth and stability for a thriving journey ahead. God, I love this. She needs him, yeah. Yeah, she did. She definitely did. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I couldn't talk about that stuff with her, but she, like, I mean, she kind of would talk to me about it. I mean, I was the person she could kind of talk to me about it, but, like, it was weird talking about sex, obviously, with, like, you know, it's her son. But, you know. Oh, there's some grief in your back. Do you have somebody like that in your life, love? Is that why that story came up? I don't believe in coincidences. Do you have a woman in your life that's like that? That's kind of telling you like unbelievable things? Like they don't justify science? Because I mean, like this is a human experience. Comeback Kid, I can, if you like, I'm in the middle of Hannah's personalized read and energy healing love, but I do, if you would like, in my link tree, I can tap into you and I can do a personal read and energy healing on you. Otherwise, yeah. Oh yeah, and that generation unfortunately is they're acting out right now because they have nothing left. Like there's nothing left from that era, and they don't. So they're not letting that part of them die. Like this whole conversation that we've been having. This whole conversation here is let that part of you die. It's like, well, they don't know how to do that because they were always taught to fight through it, push through it, fight through it, push through it. Well, that literally is not a term that is meant for your everyday life. Okay, so to push through it, right? This is something that literally is taught in war, in a time of war, like soldiers, actual soldiers, when they go to basic, what they're taught literally is they're reprogrammed. I mean, literally their brain is reprogrammed to the point where it's like you push through, soldier. You literally push through. In the moment of war, when you're in physical war, where something is literally like a lion chasing you and it's life or death and you're in that adrenaline situation, you cannot sit and process your emotions. You literally cannot. Like, you've got guns freaking, you've got like bullets coming at you, you've got people coming at you, you've got things like in a moment of trauma and intense war, like you cannot stop and process it. But the problem is that you have to come back to it and process it because it gets stored in your fascia, and the problem with that is that it gets stored in your nerves, and that's where we get like problem and like somatic exercise matters, and like and it causes inflammation in the body. It seeps into the body and it makes the body swell, and that's where like we have a lot of people that like are overweight. Like, I mean, this is me speaking from experience. Like, I used to be very overweight, and it was because I had so much trauma that I was holding in my body that like I literally was not letting go, and it was because I was in a situation that like I was not taught how to do that. I never knew how to do it. I had to go figure it out. I had to find out. I had to go learn. I mean, I am this major source of like so much information because like I wanted to figure it out. Like, I knew it wasn't right and I didn't feel right. It was about a feeling. It's not about like looks, okay? It's about a feeling. When you don't feel good on the inside, if you aren't happy on the inside, like I said, like it's an inside project. It's not anything on the outside. It's nothing to do with that. But like for me, I felt like a stuffed sausage. So it was like, it was hard to breathe. It was hard to move. It was hard to function, and your body starts shutting down. You know, like when the inflammation is just so much, and like, and especially when you're older like that, you've been here for so long, there's so much dense gravity on you. And the light bodies, like all of our bodies right now, like these massive solar flares we've been having, like intense solar flares. Like, seriously, yeah, stress kills 1,000%, James. Like, we're literally, our bodies are changing, our DNA is changing. Like, here's something, okay, like, You see this? Like, okay, I got these little smile lines, right? But like, I got dimples now, and I've never had dimples. I'm 41 years old. This isn't like, oh, hey, it's just, I do got smile lines. Like, I get that. But I have freaking dimples now, like actual dimples that have come in. Like, your body is changing. Like, physically, on the outside, inside, all of the above is changing. So those from older generations don't really know how to deal with this. They don't want to deal with it. They don't want to wrap their head around it because they've known the old structure, which is literally dying away. I mean, it's sad. It's honestly sad. And don't listen to it. Just don't listen to it, my love. Like, I don't know. I'm not trying to chalk it up to anything, but like, don't listen to that. Okay? Straight up, don't. It was killing me. It was killing me listening to it and like dealing with that sort of stuff. Like, I was literally in the worst hell I've ever been in my whole entire life. Like, I can't tell you the hell that I was in. By listening to it and believing it and thinking that was the life I needed to live. Like, that this was right, that this was, I mean, it wasn't even just the family I married into. It was the way of life, and it was like what was programmed in, my ex-husband and stuff. So it's like, that was just part of it. And that right there, your grandmother's sister, like, she's trying to impress on you what it's not coming from a harmful place, mind you. She just feels like, in any aspect, like, she's trying to protect you. It's coming from a protective place, but ultimately that control right there is something, it's a reaction to her trying to get you to do something instead of her doing it herself. Because you're supposed to lead by example. You lead by example. I'm going to say that again. Lead by example. You don't criticize somebody and point your finger and say, do this, do this, do this. And that's how it gets corrected. No. You do that yourself, and then you show others. You cannot teach anybody outside of yourself unless you're willing to go through it yourself. To be a teacher, to be a leader, you have to be a student. You have to continually be a student. You have to continually look at yourself and think, oh, hey, I need to know this, or oh, hey, I need to learn, or oh, this is a lesson I need to learn. And when people start pointing outside of themselves, it's the moment that they decided that they're not going to keep learning, that they know everything. Like, if you think you know everything, like, if anybody tells you they think they know everything, like, don't listen to them. They honestly have no idea what they're talking about. Like, if somebody says, I know everything, you will never in this life ever know anything. Like, all I know in this spiritual journey is I know nothing at all. Like, literally, that's it. Like, all I know in this spiritual journey is I know nothing at all. Like, everything is coming to me all the time on a normal basis, and it's like I am just like a sponge, like, taking it in. Like, it's just coming in for a reason. And when we start deflecting it and pushing it away, like, that's when I believe the aging, like, when you start dying. The moment you stop learning is when you stop learning is the moment you start dying. Wow. Okay. So yeah, this card indicates the best method for moving forward on your spiritual journey. This may also tell how to get rid of any underlying worries. This is a beautiful card. Sculpture of yourself. Yin and yang. Literally, dark and light. Yin and yang. Okay. All right. So, shape the sculpture of self, honoring the perpetual act of forming and expressing identity. Is this how you're feeling right now, honey? Like, this is a beautiful card. This is duality. They're asking me to look at this picture deeper. Shape the sculpture of self, honoring the perpetual act of forming and expressing identity. You feel a little bit of both of you? Okay. Well, that's not bad. That's not bad. I mean, there's, there's myths out there that say, that's what you saw. Okay, you go with what these are just divination tools. These are messages from your guides. Like, this has to do with your spiritual journey. So yes, go with what you felt and you thought. It came to you for a reason. Hi, Rebel. But a lot of what I was just talking about, like, I'm like trying to put together the pieces. Like, why was I just talking about that stuff? And it's not like I was just rambling. There was a reason that it was coming up. Like, I use my own story to help guide others, because some people use it as like a survival guide. Like, that's why you are meant to talk about things. Some people are meant to talk about things. I'm meant to talk about things. I know that I'm supposed to talk about this stuff. It comes out to me when I'm supposed to come out. And the shape of sculpture of self. That's what they just, sculpture of self. Sculpture of self. This is what it keeps coming back to, okay? 7, this card will tell you how to move on positively to make the best of your current situation. Shut the front door. I can't even. Divinely guided. Divinely guided. Trust the wisdom of the universe and remain open to receive guidance as your journey through life's mysteries. I can't make this stuff up. I love it. Like, it's literally so spot on. Like, I don't even know how. I don't even know how to put words to it. Like, these cards are just like so beautiful. So beautiful. And note that this card here, right? If the sixth card was negative, which I didn't interpret it that way, you may need to overcome something within yourself or overcome a situation before moving forward. Now, the twin flame journey, so what you saw, right, was you and him, his energy and your energy, is about a journey for self. Literally, it's the journey for the divine feminine. The twin flame journey is meant to activate the divine feminine. It is meant for her to step into her power. And it's like, it's not even until you are in your core. Oh, shoot. And Source is lighting me up. Okay. It is literally about you. The whole journey is about you. And I know it can feel like it's about them. Like, I know so deeply. Good God, do I know? Like, I've been through it. I get it. I understand so deeply. Like, but I promise you, it's about you. And it starts with you. Like, if you're not doing the work on you, then it's never going to go anywhere. The perpetual part of the situation is you. Like, whatever work you're doing on you, if this person is your twin flame, like your actual twin flame. And I don't say the word if as like to confuse you. Like, I believe that you would know intuitively. Like, I have no right to tell you who is or isn't. Like, I believe what I believe from source, if that makes sense. What I keep being shown, what I see in the astral. Like, good God, have my dreams been so wild lately. Like, I'm seeing so much of stuff. Like, my twin flame, my freaking kingdom spouses come in, like, and I'm seeing who they are and them talking to me and like having like very visual, like right to the moment things. It's like, wow, okay, all right. But I don't know, like, processing them every morning is getting intense. Like, I'm journaling every morning. Like, I need to journal this because I need to process it. Well, that's the deal, honey. Because if you're connected by this cord, the red string theory, the theory of you guys are connected. Like, okay, so energetically, like, people have seen, like, that's where I've got confirmation from, is like the cord, and they've seen him, and it's just it's something that's there. It can't ever be broken. You can literally like, you can disconnect, okay? Like, let's see, like, mine got toxic, right? So they're I had to disconnect completely, right? From the situation. So I had to disconnect completely, right? From the situation, because my twin flame is in another relationship, like in a full-on other relationship. Like he lives with her, like they live together and they've been together for like a full year, you know, like, or whatever. And it's what I understand is like I love and honor that woman, like, and I love and honor her for the journey that he's on. And it's like, if we are literally attached, it doesn't mean that he's your protector. Like he's your protector in another level, like that. It's hard to understand that he's protecting you. Like every time I've been doing the deep inner work, like the deep inner work, like the stuff that like transforms like my dimension and like time and like everything, like where I'm literally stepping into new timelines. It's like I'm dimension traveling like in completely different places. Like I alter my state of being and like completely remove the roadblocks and like release all the old karma. Like when I'm in this intense transformative state, he's like right outside like the door or like whatever grid I've put up, and it's like he's right there guarding me. And it's a weird thing because like we have like no contact, like we don't talk at all, but he's there guarding me. Like, and it's like I wouldn't be able to do the divine feminine work that I do if that part of me wasn't there, because we're all just, you know, we are all connected. Every single one of us is all connected. And it's like, I honor that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of it is like, you do believe that you should be in union with him, is the more work you do on you, right? The more work he does on him, because it is being done to him. You guys are connected. Like you're connected completely. So the more work you do on you, you do on him. And it literally pulls him to do the same thing because you're connected. It's like, there's this meme like going around, right? Like it's like a picture of like one etherical spirit like walking forward, and then it's like dragging the other hand behind it, and it's like pulling the other spirit. And it's like, don't worry, I'll take you through it. It's because that's the divine feminine. Like we are the leaders in this situation. You have to understand it. You are the leader. Like the masculine leads, yes, 100%, but he has to step into it. Like he has to step up into his masculine. And until he's ready to step up, like till he's allowed, like he lets that little boy die, like let the boy die. Let the boy die. What is it? Freaking Jon Snow. Let the boy die and let the man be born. Like until that happens, until he can step into his masculine energies, like where he's the protector or provider and security and safety, like you can't be in union. And that's not something that you can do for him. He has to do that for himself as a man. That's not something that you can do, because then you guys are off. And then the whole dynamic is off. And it's like, you're in your masculine and he's in his feminine. And it's like, no, you need to be in your feminine nature, because that is who you are. Like the divine feminine, like the twin flame journey, like if you guys are two souls that have been separated, like the masculine energy and the feminine. Like I was in my masculine. When I met my twin flame, I was in my masculine energy, and he's in his freaking, you know, feminine energy. And like he came from a wounded feminine, like the whole freaking time. And I came from a masculine, like dominant energy the whole time. So the whole dynamic was wrong. I mean, everything was wrong. I love that. You know, you give him that reference. But I mean, it's such a powerful scene, and I don't like. Okay, so the guy who wrote that, I want to tell you this. Like, that literally alone, that I watch Game of Thrones like over and over again. Like, there's so many downloads that you get from watching Game of Thrones, because it's literally a channeled freaking book. Like the book is channeled. All of it is channeled. Like the writer is a channeler. He's channeling and doing things. And it's like the things that are being acted out for you is just like the downloads, the things that are brought up to me that like connected me to source on a level that I never understood that was happening. I mean, it was a massive part of my healing journey. Like seriously, like I will quote Game of Thrones till I die. Like I love Game of Thrones. Okay. Where did you go? All right, they're telling me to speed it up. I don't know why. Why do you want me to speed it up? Speed it up. Okay, we're gonna go to your spiritual connections, the one I've been listening to. This shit fucking healed me. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, like I listened to this one. I went through some intense stuff this weekend. Like no joke, this last weekend was, I don't know how to explain to you. Like Lilith came in and like that woman is just like divine grace. I don't know. She's like the epitome of like me in any aspect. Like her story, like her you know, like origin story, I guess you would say. Like I'm a big, you know, like her origin story, it relates to me in a way that I didn't understand. That is so beautiful. That is so beautiful, and the grace that I felt from that woman, like it brings me to tears. Like that I felt like and this is all part of it. Like the journey, like is into you and like healing the things that are in you, like your ancestral stuff's like behind you. The journey is so long. Like I just have so much. It's such a beautiful thing. It's so hard, but I wouldn't change it for the world. Like no joke, I would not change it for the world. It literally is worth every minute of it. All the pain you go through, like there's light at the end of that tunnel. Like I'm like living proof of that light at the end of the tunnel. Like I have come to a place of like the Buddha and the badass, like in the state that like I can just like Neo, just kind of like push stuff away, like stuff that comes at me. I just, wow. I mean, I literally can just watch myself do it to a place that I never thought I'd be able to. You know, things that would like trigger me before, I just like move it aside, like, and then just see, you know, the kindness in them and think, wow, you know, like I'll feel it and I'll heal it, like in me, I'll introspect in it. Oh, okay. I don't know if you played it. I was like, yeah, that's what she needed to hear. Okay, she like, I don't know what her deal is with my ear. She's like in my ear. Like it's so wild. Okay, so your last card, right, is the final card is a contemplation of everything discussed in the spread and a follow-up to the advice given in the fifth card. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So roots to success. So the fifth card, right? Yeah, I don't get it. Yeah, I remember, girl, I got a photographic memory. Like, it doesn't go away. Like, I remember stuff on a level that I shouldn't remember. And the things that I see, it's so hard. It's so hard, like, to see the things I see. Because I see other dimensions. Like, I see other dimensions, and it's like, to try and not see that stuff anymore is like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's hard to grapple with, you know, what's real and what's not. Seeing interdimensionally like that, it's a lot to take in. Like I have to be in this state of the Buddha and the badass. Like it's a divine state of being, you know. And I honor the journey. I mean, everything happened for me, not to me, you know. Cutting edge, slice through the obstacles and carve a path forward to your dreams. I'm gonna cry. Oh my god, seriously, cutting edge. Oh, slice through obstacles and carve a path towards your dreams. Like, how is that not connected? Wow. It's okay to cry, honey. Let it out. We're gonna put some healing in your heart though. Like your flow looks good now. Like all of this has been healing, like this whole thing. But I'm still being told to put some stuff in your heart. I need to put a couple keys in there. In this grief, I want to pull out the grief that you've got going on in the backyard. That's what's coming up. Like today is very karmic. Like it's just literally about like looking at like the karma in your life. get on the twin flame journey, okay, like a lot of us, we treat our twin flame like a karmic because we've never had anything other than a karmic, right? But that's your divine self. So you have to understand, like, it'll never work when you treat them that way. So you have to heal those karmic situations, those karmic lessons. Like, and that's why I honor the situation that, you know, like my twin flame's in, because like he's working through his own karma. It's not about me. It's like his journey. It's like part of his journey that he needs to go through, like that his soul is here to work through. Does that make sense? Like, it's not about you. Like, what he's doing isn't about you. If anything is happening, like the trigger, the mirror, like the two of you, yeah, that's about you. That's completely about you. But anything that he's doing is like about his journey and his healing and his karma. Like, a lot of stuff that happened actually is like that I found out like from meditation and like understanding and like going within, like, and then that have like come to me in, you know, the astral, like, and then even his higher, like, okay, so like his higher self literally came and sat down next to me, like in my worst moment, like literally, this was like my deep spiritual awakening. Like when I literally got like tapped in and like started listening, like I was at the brink. Okay, so I was speaking earlier. I wanted to die. Like I wanted to die. Like I was on the ground, like curled up in a ball. Like I wanted to die because a part of me was dying. And it was like I was having these massive freaking visions, and my guides were coming in and I'm speaking to them and they're speaking to me, and it's like, holy cow, you know, like that first moment, like when they're speaking to you, you're just like, what? You know, like what's going on here? I don't understand. You know, like it's really, really confusing for the brain, you know, to be going through these moments. And it was like his higher self, and it wasn't even him now. It was like his like 40-year-old self, like, so somebody that like I didn't barely recognize, do you know what I'm saying, like coming to me and like sitting down and talking to me, and like he talked to me about it, and he's like, it's about the DNA. And it literally, like, I mean, I still haven't really kind of fully understood that, you know, like that whole concept of it. I mean, I've got pieces of it, and I've been told different stories about it, but like from source and from him and the 5D and stuff like that. But it's all part of that journey. Like, you're so connected that I was like at my darkest. So it was like, even in my darkest moment, like he was even there for me in a level that like I didn't understand. So even when you feel like you're so alone, you gotta understand he's your protector. Like, he's there for you. Like when like he triggered my whole freaking spiritual awakening. Like, no joke. Like when the first time I saw a picture of him, I'm not even joking, a picture of the man, I didn't even spoke to him, nothing. Just a picture of him was the first time I felt source energy. I thought I was drunk. Like I thought I was drunk as fuck. Like, what is happening here? Like, I just thought I was just like, I'm just drunk. No, it was source lighting me up and like started feeling stuff. Like I started feeling and like feeling everything like so deeply, and it was so much. It was so freaking much. And like Reiki saved my life in that moment. Like the amount of Reiki that I watched on a daily level was just intense. And like cutting cords and stuff like that from like all the people around me. And the journey is about going within. Like, you have to learn how to do all these things. You have to learn how to be in your own energy and like, okay, so like be around the toxic people. Like, you have to be able to be the light in the dark. Okay, so like you have to be able to go out into public and be around people and not absorb. You have to be able to observe, not absorb. And that's deep stuff. Like that's intense stuff to like learn that, you know. Like I had to learn my own energy and like get in tune with my sovereign energy, like on the inside of me. And it's like, I'm still doing it. You know, like this weekend I had this intense freaking workshop that like, seriously, like I cleared so much ancestral freaking trauma, that like karma, like stuff from my ancestors, like what, that's like 5,000 people, right? Like behind me, like both sides, like my mom and dad's sides. Like it literally went through my tailbone and out, and like I felt it go through all of them. And I just, the gratitude and the love and I don't know how to explain this to you. It was just so magical and beautiful. And then the light that came into me, like the light that came in, like filled up, like I was able to retrieve all of the wisdom and like the gifts from them. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it came to me. It just was here, and it just lit me up. And I mean, I pulled back a part of my life force energy to me, you know, like into my solar plexus, and I lit up like at a level I don't know how to explain. That it just, and I remember I cried for like, I literally was just in the bath and like crying for, I mean like tears, like the tears of tears that like where your eyes hurt. Do you know what I'm saying? My eyes hurt for like the last 3 days. My eyes been hurting, but still, it's like when it comes up, you feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta feel it. You gotta feel it, and you gotta let it come out. And that's also part of it. Also, not hiding from your own feelings, feeling what's going on, because those feelings are coming up. It's your body talking to you. So you just started the journey, baby. Like you just started the journey, and it's like, I'm here for you. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I'm here. Like, and there's such a community here of women that are gonna help guide you. You know, it's not just me. There's many amazing women that are on the journey that have stories that are going to resonate with you. Yeah, a lot of emotion here. Okay. Okay. Wow. No, Sam, I'm talking about, actual life force energy. I'm talking about, not that UFOs aren't real, that they are. There's lots of, you know, interterrestrial, outer terrestrial, all of the above, extraterrestrial that are going on a normal level. But spiritual stuff, yeah. Like healing the wounds of my ancestors. It was really beautiful, honestly. Like, and feeling into it, like actually feeling into it and healing it for them, and that perpetual generational trauma that is being passed down through me that I didn't even realize was there. There was like a block, like a block to my manifestations. It's like sitting there, like you don't even know. You know, like epigenetics proves that we hold 13 generations back of, you know, DNA of trauma in your DNA, stuff that happened to your great grandmother that you have no freaking idea about is still in you, like every single day. Like those 5,000 people outside of you, like literally all of that DNA to create you happened, and you have all of that in you. So whatever they had going on in their life, like, and you can't know all of it because they didn't know anything of it. Like some of them don't even know how to process it. Like this 5D consciousness is a consciousness. It is not about the doing or the being or something that you're going to live in. It is about a consciousness where you are conscious and aware of the things that are happening in your life for you, to you, around you. Hannah, I'm totally still working on you. I hope you know that. I know I'm speaking a lot into vagues, but okay, I'm gonna pull out some of this grief, so I'm gonna need you to breathe with me, baby girl. And we're gonna pull out some of this grief in your back. Oh yeah, okay, wow. Okay. That's so beautiful. Oh my God. Oh. Okay, I need you to breathe with me, baby girl. 1, 2, 3 in through the nose. 1, 2, 3 out. Okay. 1, 2, 3 in. 1, 2, 3 out. I'm gonna do this 2 more times. On the 3rd time, I'm gonna pull it out. Okay. I'm gonna do this 2 more times. But I'm already getting it now. Okay, 1, 2, 3 in through the nose. 1, 2, 3 out. One, two, three in through the nose. 1, 2, 3 out. Wow. Well, you don't have to tell me her name. I don't know why I even thought about her name. That's the brain going, because I'm like, what's her name? What is she? Like, I'm thinking all these little thoughts in me, you know, like feeling her and wow. All right, we're gonna add in some forgiveness here too. It's okay to feel the things that you're feeling. Let them go. Today's the day to let them go. We're in an eclipse. Like, it's happening. We're going to be in the peak at 10 o'clock. The eclipse of the moon. This full moon is an eclipse. And let the eclipse burn it away. Let it go. You don't gotta hold this. Wow. And this is forgiveness for self. I'm hearing like, fuck. Smoothing over what I pulled out and filling it in with love. God, that feels so good. I love the smooth over. And the smooth over is like the best part, literally, of the whole process. Like, I love the smooth over because you just fill it with love. It's like this amazing love. It lights you up. Like, my face is lighting up. Hey, Mel. Oof, you feel like a tornado again. You did this last time. Ooh, you feel like you're so I love that. Woo! It's just like chaos. But it's a beautiful chaos. Because I'm laughing because, like, that is what the woman is. We are like the most beautiful chaos. Like, and that's part of embracing. Like, you need to embrace that part of yourself. Like, it's animalistic. Like, it's wild. Like, it really is. That animalistic part of you, like, just in you, just wow, you know, just it's feeling all of it. All right, let me just fluff your little aura here. How are you feeling, baby girl? You alright? I mean, you don't have to answer if you don't want to. It's okay. That was some intense stuff, so I'd rather you feel it. No, you're not alone. This is part of the process. It's like an initiation. Welcome to the club. Like, I love it. What's going on here? Your masculine sky itching. And the legs tingling, and wow, my whole fucking masculine side's tingling. What is this? Oh, I let go of the energy. Okay. All right, that makes sense. All right. The beautiful part of it is like, it's like a chaos, but like, I can see like this serene little like, just sitting there. So it's like, I can see like this serene little like, just sitting there. So it's like the chaos is you, but like, I can tell you're doing the work. Like I can see it. Like I can see you as like this little just sitting there and meditating, and it's almost like a statue. I don't know how to describe it. Like you're just sitting there, just home. It's really beautiful. But like the chaos is going on around you, so it's like it's not. Let me find my words here. Like it's like your bubble, and it's not that it's chaos. It's just like you bring the chaos, and that's like a beautiful divine feminine thing that you gotta understand. Like we are such triggers. Like we trigger the fucking world, and it can be a lonely, journey. It really can. So just know you're not alone. Like you really are not alone, love. Like there's so many of us going through this and like being initiated, and it's like that's what we're here for. We're here to do that, to literally trigger the world. Like trigger them, show them where they're not showing up for themselves. Where are they not showing up for themselves? And you can't do that to them until you yourself look at you and find out where you're not showing up for yourself. Like you have to heal in you the things that you're going to heal outside of you. And that's why your triggers are there. Like, and that's why it's a gift, because it's not just like, I'm not just saying it, it's like part of you. Like it's part of you. Like your divine triggers are there for a reason, for you to heal, because you're going to be the person that's going to help other people heal that in themselves. Like every unique piece of you, your authenticity, every bit of you, every bit of your trauma, every single individual action that has ever happened in your life, like it needed to happen for you to be able to heal it, because there are other people that are going to resonate with that, so you can heal that outside of you. Like you've healed it in you, you can heal that outside of you. You can heal other people. Like, and you lead by example. Like I was speaking about earlier, like you lead by example. You don't lead by saying you do this, like pointing your fingers, you do this, you do this. No, it's you be that. You have to become exactly what you want in the world, like Gandhi, like be the change you want to see in the world. Like I quote that all the time. Like you have to be it, to show it, and then others will do it. Others that are meant to do it, that are gonna do it, they're gonna. It's not about like getting followers or being followed or whatever. It's just your vibration alone. Okay, you working on yours alone, like the impact that you're gonna have. A high vibrational being, okay? Anybody vibrating at 700 hertz, right? Alone, 700 hertz, okay? Now, authenticity, mind you, is the highest vibration, and that vibrates 400% higher than 700 love, okay? Now, I'm just gonna go back to a little bit, right? The love, right? 700 hertz. Anybody vibrating at the state of love, they can open their heart, that is in that state of love, and just love anybody outside of themselves. They literally cancel out 900,000 people in a state of low, dense energy at like fear, pain, anger, grief, any of the above, right? You cancel out 900,000 people. And this is like literally what like the Dalai Lama talks about. Like that's how like one person can change millions. So imagine a couple of us vibrating that high. Like this is what I believe the 144,000 is. Okay, it's a frequency. It's a frequency inside of you. It's not just 144,000 people. Like it's 144,000. It's the frequency inside you lighting up. And like I said, immediately when I tapped in, like the Kundalini rising. So, and that's this card here. I'm gonna go back to that. Like that's this card here, right? That is literally a going up, right? It starts in the lower dantian, the lower chakras, right? It has to go up and it has to come all the way up. And then you need other, you know, divine feminines, divine masculines in your life that you can talk to. Like, so I'm here, you can talk to me at any time. Like to talk to me about the stuff coming in, you know, journal, yeah, I say that sort of stuff, but you can talk to me. Like you can talk to me about stuff, babe. But like it goes up, right? It goes up, all the way up, and then it comes down. And this is like the snake. They talk about the snake, the serpent, and it goes all the way down, and a Kundalini rising. And that energy is meant to flow all the way up and bring it up for your pineal gland, you know, that crystallized pineal gland, and allow what's coming in to come in. And that's what it means, is because you need both. You need the feminine and the masculine energy to do that within you. That's what it's both the masculine and the feminine, right? The one that rises all the way to the top, that's the masculine energy, right? And the one, or vice versa, I apologize. The one that comes down, no. I don't know why I'm thinking it's different. Okay. Point being is like you need one to go up. My point of it is that you need one energy to go up and then the other energy to flow back down, the cooling energy to come back down through all of the chakras, because it's like it comes all the way up, it rises all the way up, and that's where like psychosis comes in. Like people get stuck here, like they get stuck in this little place up here, like where they don't have anybody to talk to, and it's like the stuff that's coming in is real. Like it's real stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it's there. You know, when people go to like psych wards and they're being told it's not real, like no, it's real. And they'll start seeing stuff that like isn't real. And they don't know it's real because they don't have anybody to speak to about it. They don't have anybody that they can talk to about it without any judgment, that isn't going to think anything negative about it. You know, like there's no judgment here. Like no, this is a no judgment zone. Like I don't judge you. Like I will analyze it all day with you. Like we'll go into it. Like let's go into the depths. Like I want to look at it. Like because I look at my own. You know, and like those that are willing to go within and look within themselves, like that's what we need. We need a world of people that are doing that. So it's like I always encourage that. Like go in and look. So all right, baby girl. I love it. I love this picture of you when I see it. It's like you're just sitting, like your legs are crossed, and just little I just love it. It really is beautiful. All right. Send back all shadows, all shame, all guilt, all projections, all reflections off of Hannah. I'm gonna put some grounding plates on you, and then I'm gonna surround you. I'm hearing I'm healing like the white light, and I keep asking violet, and they're telling me white, like angelic light. Like you need divine angelic light right now. Not that one's better than the other. It's just what you like your body needs right now. Like so. Make sure you're breathing. Wow, your lungs. I love you, baby girl. Like, I love that, like, at the peak of the freaking eclipse, I'm working on you. Like, it's so incredibly magical. I love that. Oof. I'm putting 12. I'm putting a lot on you and the grounding. I'm gonna have to shake this one out. Okay, love. You feel good. You look good in there. I'm gonna give you much yours, and I'm gonna take back what's mine. I'm gonna give you back all of yours. I'm gonna call back all of mine. I love you, and I honor you, and you're not alone. And I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you. You're doing so good. Like, energetically, like, it's very different from what I saw before. Like I can see the spiritual work that you're doing. It's like, it's one thing to read it and, like, you know, have somebody say it, and then, but like to see it, like, you just make me want to cry. But like good tears, like happy tears, like gracious tears, like. Okay, I call all my karma, all my energy, cleanse and purify, back in working order. All life force energy, back. Spin, 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 spin. Let me ground myself in. I'm glad that helped, Tanya. Well, like, I don't believe in coincidences, love. I believe that everything is orchestrated, literally divinely. Like I said, like, I didn't plan on coming live. I was vacuuming the house. Like, I'm like, wait, what? I'm going live? Okay, sure, I'll go live. Like, my suitcase, like, I have a little suitcase with everything in it, like, with all my stuff, like, and then I take it out and I put it on the table where I work, because I don't work in my bedroom anymore. And like, I brought it out and I'm like, okay. So it's like, I was literally just divinely told, you need to work. I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, that's what this journey is about. I mean, it's once you filled your own cup up enough with love, like, you just spill it over to everybody. Hello, Casey. I'm gonna go through. I'm still gonna do healing. I'm still gonna do energy healing. I'm gonna go from the bottom up. I'm gonna start at the root and do some healing. If anybody else wants any personalized, like, feel free. Let me know. Double tap the screen. Any personalized, like, feel free. Let me know. Double tap the screen. Sorry, my alarm went off. Baby girl, it's not about listening to the call. When your number's up, it's like you're at the DMV. Like, your number is up. Like, I'm not a victim. Like, don't take me wrong. Like, I'm not like, oh, I'm a victim. Like, I have to be this. Like, no, this is my calling. This is what I'm meant to do. I get it. And it's like, nothing felt right before it. Now, it's not like, you know, like, I'm the poorest I've ever been. And I'm not claiming that. I'm saying like, but I'm the happiest I've ever been. Like, I don't know how to explain to you like the joy that I have inside of me. Like the fullness like inside of me, like the full cup. Like I can just cry when I need to cry. Like I can feel all the feelings, and like I can just be me, you know, and say no when I need to say no. And the journey was about me. So it's like the calling is an honor. It's an honor, like to be able to step into that. Like, and to deny it is like, who are you to deny it? Like, this is what my soul came here for. I chose this. I chose it. So like to tell my soul no, like, you know better, like, yeah, you can do that. You can go, you know, that's free will. Like free will, you give free will to go do whatever. And like, you can go repeat the lessons and do whatever. But when you decide you're not going to repeat that lesson, when you get sick of what I, you know, quote unquote, your own crap, you know, like, and some of us are literally put through so much crap, so you get to a point where you are sick of your own crap. Like, you get so sick of your own crap, or living in the crap, or living in the hell that is a perceived supposed to be heaven. I lived a very materialistic life. I had everything, and I spent everything, and it wasn't like I was doing anything for myself. Like, I was not benefiting or doing anything. Like, and it was all about, you know, titles and entitlement and like, you know, that freaking, and I do want to speak to this. Like, I had this, so when I was at the peak of being my sickest, right? Like the sickest I've ever been. And mind you, I am an empath, and I was married to a very toxic narcissist, to the point that like I was being strangled. Like I was being strangled on a normal basis. And my psychiatrists, right? My psychiatrists, the ones I went to, right? They were prescribing me medication, to Xanax, to slow my own roll, to slow the stuff I was picking up on. Like at that's when I started realizing like how much energy is being like life force energy. Like I still didn't understand the concept of energy back then. Like I had a kind of an idea, and I was like, I'm still spoony. Like a spoonie is like where you have to understand the concept of your energy and what you're putting out, like so you can get through your day. Like as somebody with a, you know, chronic illness that happens, you know, it's part of it. Like you have to understand the energy in you. But I didn't understand the energy that was being taken out of me from my ex-husband and those around me. And it was like I was living a numbed life where I was numbing my own life just so I could heal his trauma. Like I was like a bird in a cage. Like I did not fly free in any sort of way, and it was very materialistic, and I got really sick. I would have these incredibly, okay, so like this is how much trauma my ex-husband held. I have no idea if he's healed it or not in any aspect, but this is how much he holds, right? Yeah, oh my God, it does bring, yeah, Nadia, like completely, 1,000%. So my ex-husband, he would get so stressed out, right? My body, my physical being, I would start shaking and twitching, like literally, like to the point, like I could not drink water. I could not take a drink of water. I could not get up to go bathe myself. They would have to knock me out. I would go to the doctors, right? The Western medicine, right? And I would go to my psychiatrist. I would go to the doctor. Like this is what they call this, I don't remember the name of it, but it's something to do with what Klonopins are made for. Klonopins is like a higher version of Xanax, right? They would prescribe me Klonopins, and what would happen is they would literally knock me out for like 2 weeks. Like 2 weeks, this would have to happen. My body would be knocked out, and I would need, like a computer, I would need to reboot my wires, my internal wires. Like this concept literally is where I started to get an idea of like how we literally are. Concept literally is where I started to get an idea of like how we literally are with energy. And that had happened to me twice. The first time I was like, okay, I just kind of didn't think anything about it. And it was like, it was what it was. But then the second time I'm like, I don't want to live a life like this. Like what? I have to reboot? Like, I mean, imagine not being able to drink water. Like, you can't hold a cup because you're literally shaking. Like, it was literally like I'm twitching, like to the point like I'm bedridden. I can't freaking move. And it's like, because of the energy that I was taking in from him, the stress that I was taking in and absorbing, like, and I would just need to reboot my whole body. They would need to shut it down and reboot. So it would give all of my nerve endings time to rest in order to reboot. Like, the second time, I was like, I'm never doing this again. It's never gonna happen. Like, I'm never gonna do this again. It's not gonna happen. It was all divinely orchestrated, mind you. It was part of my journey. It was part of what I needed to understand. But that Western medicine put a Band-Aid over it. Do you know what I'm saying? They put a Band-Aid over it. Like, we need Western medicine, yes. I'm not going to deny that in any sort of way. Like, we need Western medicine, and we need Band-Aids. We need things, you know, we need crutches, like some crutches, but a crutch is that. It's just a crutch. It is not meant, it's meant, you know, like if you harm yourself, like your physical dense body, like this physical form that we have, you need to use that crutch. Yes, you do. But it is not something that you continue. It is a crutch. The crutch is meant to be taken away till you get your strength and move forward. And it was like, I just kept getting a Band-Aid put on it. And I was like, this is not fucking working. Like, this is not working. This is not for me. I do not want to live a life like this. I do not want to live a numb life where I don't even know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? That peak, that was, how far back was that? I mean, it's a different lifetime, so I barely remember the year. But I remember it very, very vividly. Like, the moment that it was all happening. And it was like, it was meant to wake me up. I was meant to see that, to wake up. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it was meant to show me what was happening in my life and where Western medicine was failing me. You know, like, my psychiatrist knew the situation, and they were prescribing me medication because of what was happening in my husband, because my husband wouldn't go get, my husband at the time wouldn't go get help. Like, that's not a life. That's, I was a prisoner. Like, and I'm not a victim. Mind you, I am an empath, and like, I was literally like the other half of that coin. Like, I was literally doing all the things because that's how I thought I could get love. Like, learning to fill up my own cup and fill myself up, and the joy that I get now from just me, like, I can't even fathom what that was back then. And back then, like, when I was stating those moments, like, I had this caretaker, right, that came to help me when I was like at my worst, like that, like really, really sick, right? I had like an agency that came to help me, like, we were moving, and I had this one girl that came, you know, and she was very divinely orchestrated. I mean, she was really into the Bible. She was really religious, and she helped me a lot. You know, I mean, she was there for like 2 weeks or whatever, you know, and like, she was living out of her car. She didn't like her life. She didn't like where she was, and every night she would go to like a shelter, and it made me feel horrible. I'm like, I have a spare bedroom. Like, you can live in my spare bedroom. You're here helping me. Like, you can do that, you know. But like, she didn't feel right doing that. But mind you, we were having a conversation, right? And then I had a dream. This is when I started understanding my dreams. And in the dream, right, I saw purgatory, the 7 states of hell, like the 7 states of your worst hell. And I had a dream, and I'm going to be very graphic. So if you guys don't understand this, you don't understand purgatory and the understanding of purgatory, right? The 7 stages of hell, essentially, like the life that I was living. I didn't understand that the life I was living was not right. I still had that egotistical mindset where I still thought what I was doing was right. Everything I was doing was right. I'm helping my husband. Like, what am I doing? I'm you know, doing the right thing. I've submitted. I'm this submissive, dim sort of wife. I've dimmed my light. Like, I'm taking on his pain. I'm doing exactly what we're supposed to do. Well, like, no. It wasn't. I was still in a materialistic state, and it was like, it was not based on love. The relationship was not based on love. It was based trauma bond. It was a very trauma bonded situation and I had this dream, right? And me and her talked about it, right? And this is when she didn't come back. She did not come back. I'm not gonna lie. This girl, I can't remember her name. I wish I could, but like, she did not come back after this dream, because like, she's so into the Bible and like read the Bible every day. And I was too. I was like in, you know, like a Bible Belt sort of area, and like, I was into the Bible and like, you know, the Lord and like Jesus and like, you know, devout in any sort of way, whatever. But I was coming from a different angle, but I had a dream of the 7 stages of hell, and it was like, it was purgatory. Like, who's that guy? It's like the different stages that you go through. Like literally, I was there. My soul was going there, and I saw myself there in every one of those stages. And it was like, I really never understood it until then, like where I was heading, like what I was doing, until I went through those stages. And like, I saw myself, like everything they talk about in the book, I can't think of the book off the top of my head, but it was like every single stage they talk about, like I saw my soul through every one of them. Like there's like 7 stages, and like the worst of them, like literally was, I'm in a cage and I've got a child. This is really graphic, guys, so I'm gonna be into it. Like I had a child, like at the time, me and my ex-husband, we were trying to conceive, right? So it was like, I had a child, and it was like my boob was like completely full back, and it was like my child was in a cage behind me, and I'm in a cage, right? But like I didn't get that love and that compassion that I was trying to get. And like this whole vision of this dream was like, I wasn't getting that oxytocin in my body, and it was like Source showing me that the perpetual journey that I was on was not going to lead to my happiness, my fulfillment, my full cup, like where I was actually full of joy. You know, I thought, you know, having a child and like being in this relationship and like doing, you know, doing the whatever typical dream or whatever, you know, was the thing you need to go down. Well, no, I was literally in the 7 stages of hell, going through purgatory, being shown all of the stages that my soul was going to go through, because that was the trajectory my soul was on. And the worst torture in the world was having a child that was behind me that like I loved so compassionately, but like I didn't get to hold them and get that oxytocin and love and compassion. And it was like, I felt all of that. And I was like, are you kidding? Like, this is what I am? Like, really? Like, and I didn't understand my visions back then. Like, I didn't understand it. Like, now I see it from a very different perspective. Like, it's very, very different. Now I understand it was a vision. Like, it was a vision. It was part of my spiritual journey. Like, I know all of that stuff that happened, but like, it's not for the faint of heart. These books are for a reason. Like, these are books that come out so you understand it, you know, so you can understand your own spiritual journey, because it's your journey. It's nobody else's. It's not going to be like anybody else's, and it shouldn't be. We're all here to guide each other. We're all just like Ram Dass. We are all walking each other home. We're literally just walking each other home through this freaking journey. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're here discussing it and talking about it and bringing in our experiences and talking about it. A whole different perspective. Like, it was, we gotta understand, for me though, that was meant to stand out for me. I was being numbed. I was on a lot of medication, not just the Klonopin for my body freaking stressing out where I needed to reboot. Like, I was literally like being numbed. I was a bird in a cage. Like, my ex-husband is like a doctor. Like, literally, he's a PA, and that's his profession, and that's what he does. And I was being numbed by Western medicine, and in hell, inside, I'm like trapped. I don't know how to explain to you. Like, being in my body was like, I felt like prison. Like, I've never felt as free as I feel now. Like, who I was back, like, I can't tell, like, it's such a, I can tell you the experience, but I can't even tell you the year or when it was. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I knew the day. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I knew the perspective, and I knew that experience was meant to stand out because it was something that was meant to have something, to show me something. And it was like, that was the moment my soul started changing. I want to say it was like just before COVID. Oh yeah, it was COVID. It was like literally, because it was like my spiritual awakening happened like COVID. It was like 2020, like when we all got isolated. Like, that was when it really fucking happened, like in me, you know, like, and I felt everybody's shit. It wasn't like just me, you know. I started feeling everybody's, and it got really, really bad, you know, at that time, because I had all that stuff going on. Like, I'm moving, I've got whatever going on, you know. Obviously at the time, like, you know, my ex, he worked in a freaking, you know, urgent care, and he was treating all the people. You know what I'm saying? Aw, thank you. Yeah, they're all green. Amazonite, and we've got green tourmaline, and what is this darker one? What is this darker guy? You are very welcome. I'm vulnerable. Thank you for listening. Like, I didn't know why I was coming on today. There's a lot of heart healing that needs to go on. My story wasn't a pretty one. Most of them aren't. And it's okay. Like, you need both. Oh, shoot, okay. Oh, I got in trouble. I got yelled at for the smoke. I got yelled at for the smoke. I'm freaking, I'm burning a Palo Santo. It gets rid of the energy, which is what I was talking about. I'm just getting rid of that energy of what I was speaking about. Because it's like I don't like to hold on to it. I'm releasing it. Like, I'm feeling the feelings and talking about it to let it go. We're literally in the peak of the eclipse right now, the full moon eclipse that's happening. And this full moon eclipse is very, very karmic. We are letting go of everything. I mean, all limiting beliefs, all perspectives, all, egotistical shit, anything that we're holding on to. Like, the next 2 weeks is gonna be like amazing. Like, I am so I'm here for this. Like, I love it. Like, it gets me so excited. Like, I don't know how to tell you. Yeah, it is. It's free. It's like completely free. Like let it all go. Let that part of you die. Like, all of those moments, mind you, like I speak of, I didn't realize my soul was, parts of me were dying. I was dying, and that's okay. Like, I want to make it a comfortable thing that we can understand. That part of like that death and rebirth, like nobody is comfortable with the dying experience, but it's like we die so many times before our actual death. There are so many deaths that I can't even explain. I don't even have a number for the amount of times that I have died in this past, I don't know, I want to say year and a half, whatever. The deaths and the rebirths that I have had that just like literally have just woke me up, and I'm constantly, a part of me just constantly dies. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, let it die. Let it die. It is the fertilizer for you. The you that is becoming. The death and the rebirth? Wait, what are you talking about, Anna? Haven't realized that that's a thing. What's a thing? What I'm talking about? The death and the rebirth? Oof, then you're in the right life. Yeah, death and rebirth is a thing. It's a major thing. It's a thing. It's a major thing. Like, it's a good thing. Like, I love the death and the rebirth. Like, it's a layer of you. Like, okay, so I literally just listened to this podcast the other day, right? About the body, right? Like the shape of your body and like the shape of your soul. So when I was talking about a couple of minutes ago, when I was talking about the materialistic me, I was so overweight. And it was like, I understand all the concepts of it now. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I was overweight because it was like, there were so many reasons for it. It wasn't just that, but I'm saying like, and I'm not generalizing. It's not about, somebody is overweight. Like, there's many different reasons why it can happen, but the weight that I was from all of the shit I was holding on to and taking in and absorbing and in my body, and literally it was inflammation. My body was so inflamed. It was just like I constantly felt like a stuffed sausage. And when I healed the soul, like, it's like layers, like a freaking, what do they call it? The Russian doll. Like, it's like layers, layer and layer and layer and layer just dropped off me. I went to the doctor today. I'm at the doctor's today. I lost another 8 pounds. Like, the more I heal, the more I literally, like, I'm not materialistic, right? So I don't like literally, like, and I'm not, like, I used to be very materialistic, and I used to be very egotistical, and lived in my ego. And it's like, now I live for the soul, and this isn't any judgment. Like, I'm not judging anybody. Like, fine clothes are still a good thing. Like, having nice clothes, having nice things, stuff like that. Like, I'm not judging anybody. Do you know what I'm saying? But for me, in my personal journey, like, I didn't need the things I had. It was part of a outside of me that like I needed to fill in the inside of me. So like I've been on this complete journey of just purging everything. I mean, literally, like I live in like I rent a room. And I have like a freaking full-size bed, and I have like a desk, you know, for like my books and stuff, and then I have like a closet and I have 2 bookshelves which have my stuff on, like my books, and that's it. And it's like I have one by the side of my bed, and I have like all of my breathing fans and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it. That's my stuff. Like I have stuff in the bathroom, you know, like I have 2 hanging things in there, like towels and stuff like that. I use that, but like clothes wise, I don't have clothes. Like I bought only cotton, you know, like I had to buy some new dresses because I keep losing weight. Like I literally got rid of everything. I just donated everything to, you know, Goodwill, like everything that I had, like all this really nice, good stuff. I mean, all my really nice, good stuff, like expensive stuff, you know, like I was just guided to get rid of it. And it was just like, let it all go. Like it was all a layer that I was holding on to, you know? And it's like, I don't know, it just, the more I heal inside of me, just the smaller I get. And it's like, the bigger my soul gets. I don't know any other way to put it. Like my soul just like lights up. It just like, in my presence, it's not about, it's about owning my presence. So I don't know who needs to hear that right now. Yeah, old clothes, old energy. Everything was attached to a memory, mind you, you know? Everything had a memory. Like I have, okay, so I have a couple, you know, like I have like, so this is the big thing. Like my ex-husband was in the military, right? And so what he would tell me to do when he was, you know, deployed, whenever I missed him, materialistic, like he was material. It was all about material and ego, right? He was like, go buy some shoes, go buy a purse, go buy something for you. And so that was a habit that I picked up from a very young age. I married when I was 21 years old. And that was the habit that my ex told me to do. So I had a thing. I had like bins and bins of shoes and like really fucking expensive purses. And every time I got sad, I would go buy a purse. Like, I mean, it was like, that was my new identity. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? That was how I used to live. Like, it was not, it didn't fill you up for long. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it filled me up for like a tiny, tiny bit. Like, it didn't fill me up for anything, you know? Let that fucking go, because it's a memory you're holding on to, and that's an old version of you, Mel. Mel, you need to let that go. You need to drop that. I want you to do that for you now. The moment you let go of that, the moment you take that, you're beavering your own dam. Okay, so like, here's the analogy, all right? So like, the manifestations in the universe is always trying to bring in anything that you want, right? And everything's trying to come to you. Everything is trying to come to you all the time. It's always trying to come to you. When you hold on to stuff like that, you're like a beaver putting a piece of wood there and literally damming up the flow of the universe. So you want to lose weight, right? You want to let go. You want to maybe get down to those days, you know, like I understand that. Like I'm not judging you. Like this is like, I held on to clothes because it was like, maybe I'll get down to that one day. But it was like, no, there was a memory and there was a, it's literally a subconscious block you holding on to, like in your head, that literally, you know, is like holding back all of that healing that is needed. And it's held in a material object because it's about the inside. It's not about that materialistic thing. I know you got a daughter too, you know, like, and like I understand all the things. So it's like, maybe she'll fit them one day, or maybe like she can wear them one day or something.
Hi.
So it's like, yeah, you want to hold on to those sort of things. But no, like when you let that go, like you will let that go for you. You know, like that's something that you want to lose that weight. So like it'll go for you. Hey-o. Yeah, but is it something that you want her to wear? Do you want her to put that on? Is it something that you want for her to have? Or is that something that, a memory that you held? My mom's texting me. I should probably talk to my mom. It's so funny, I'm talking to you, Mel, about your daughter. Okay, so like, Is that an image that you want her to hold? Is that an image of you that you want to hold on to, that you can see passed on? Is it something that you want to hold on to in you, that you want to go to her? Like in any sort of way? Or is that something that you like want to keep holding and moving forward? Like the more that you hold on to that old, like the new cannot come in. You know what I'm saying? Like new life can't come in. Like that was a part of you that you were at one time in your life. But, do you want to hold on to that old version of you? That person that you were in that moment? Like it all matters. Like all of you that was that in that moment. Like, do you want to put that on your daughter? Is that like an ancestral thing that you want to put on her? That you want her to hold on to? That she'll continue to perpetuate over and over and over again? Like it's maybe allow her to step into her and do her. Because it's not about the clothes. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's about the image. It's about the thought. It's about the person that you were in that moment, or the confidence that you had in that moment, or the life you were living in that moment, or the freedom that you had in that moment. Well, it's like, you know, like I come from a place like where I always, you know, hand-me-downs at all times, like all that sort of stuff. So it's like I always was constantly like, you know, taking what I had and then like sewing it or like doing something different with it and all that sort of stuff. Like I'm not going against any of that. This isn't about money. Like this has to do with like holding on to that isn't stepping into this new, which is what is meant to happen right now. Yeah, like literally, I can't tell you the weight. I mean, that's what this eclipse is about though. Like, let it burn it away. Like, the more that you release, the more that you will let go of everything in all things. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it'll allow you to step forward into the best you and allow her to step forward into the best her. Like the new crystalline version, the DNA of you, the version of you that is happening, that is becoming. Like, holding on to those old memories and those old timelines. Like you're holding on to that timeline. It's keeping you in that timeline. Like get out of that timeline. Find out what the next one has for you. And then it's also abundance thing. It's an abundance thing. When you hold on to stuff like that, it's like you're telling the universe, like I'm in a lack state of mind. So I'm not going to get any more. Like I'm continuing like being in lack. So getting rid of that allows that new flow. You just remove the beaver dam. Like that's what I call it. Like beavering the dam. Like literally. Okay. Alright, I gotta call my mommy. She's worried about me. I went to the doctor today and she's all worried. But I am better and I do need to call her and talk to her about it. I love you guys. You can do it, Mel. I have the confidence. Call me when you're doing it. I just did it for my girlfriend. We just went through all her stuff in her closet and got rid of it. Like she just moved into her place and, you know, after the divorce, and like this is the first time she went through her closet. We just went through everything and to get rid of it. And a bunch of it we're gonna list online. Mind you, she's got, like she used to be like marketing and she has like all of this really fancy stuff, like jeans for like $200-300. Like we're like, okay, you know, with brand new tags on them, like, so okay, we'll list them, we'll put them, like I have an Amazon storefront, we're gonna put them there, like that's different. But like, you know, she's got like piles of them. They're like, because like she's a marketer, so everybody was sending her this stuff. So it's like, you know, she's got 2 kids, like I can understand that. But like, if it's not something that you absolutely need, if there's not really value to it, like if there's not gonna, something you can earn from it or do something like that, and you're just holding on to it because it's like, well, maybe one day, it's just not, it's not it. All right, guys, I love you. I'm gonna go. I do want to do my own rituals. Like I'm gonna go down to the beach. We're in the peak of the eclipse, and I'm gonna do some releasing for myself. love you all so very much. I honor you and I love you. Go do some rituals. Go do some letting go. Like, let go. That's what this is about, letting go. Like, it's just not usually the full moon is actually usually about manifesting, but it's been kind of the opposite, you know? Like, yeah, follow me, hit me up, you know, if you need healing. Like, I do privates. I just don't, I'm spirit led. Like, when I come on, I'm come on because that's what I'm told to do. So I do need to go do my own. Like, I had a massive workshop this weekend. I can't tell you the ancestral shit, but like, I let go, and it's like, I'm literally gonna go down to the beach and like let Mama Gaia like take it, like literally. Like, we're in the peak of the eclipse right now, and I'm just gonna let it go. Can I blow the wind? Oh, I love you guys. All you guys coming in right now. Like, I love you. I'm leaving. Like, I love you. I'm going down to the beach. I gotta do some real witchy shit. I'm gonna go down and do some witchy stuff and let it all go. I love you, Lux. I'm sorry I'm getting off right now, babe. I'm going down to the beach. Like, it's peak season. Hi, Jen. I love you. Yeah, like, it's the evening. It's peak. You know what I'm saying? I love you, favorite. Like, it's all good, but like, not today. I'm going down to the beach. Like, today is my day, so I gotta say no. Like, it's I have to honor my journey too. You know, like, I knew I was gonna come on for a while and not that long. I was obviously meant to come on for Hannah, my little girl. Like, I love you, baby girl. But I'm gonna go down to the beach and do my rituals. Okay, I love you and I honor you. I'm gonna go. I love you. You're welcome. You too.